Hello and welcome to the next presentation on our TKH Vision booth. I'm very excited to welcome Wendel on our booth today. She is director of the machine vision sector of the VDMA, the German Association for Mechanical and Plant Engineering. The VDMA machine vision represents 130 companies.
140.
Oh, 140. Okay. 140 companies covering a broad spectrum of image processing and machine vision components and solutions. Mm-hmm. And one of the main tasks of the VDMA machine vision is to make statistical analysis and market researches. And in her presentation, she will let us know something about or she will share some latest findings and facts about the machine vision market. So thank you very much for being here. And
thank you. Thank you, Natalie, for inviting me. And it's a pleasure to be here at Vision, the leading trade show for machine vision technology, and to be here at the TKH Vision booth. Mm-hmm. So when Natalie asked me, could you give a presentation? I said, yeah, of course. Let's talk about machine vision, key technology in the global automation race. So what I'm going to cover I will cover worldwide robotics sales. Why robotics sales? Robotics is a key component, same as machine vision, when you talk about automation. And robotics has an international federation that collects data on robot sales worldwide. So for machine vision, we just have associations like VDMA, like GIA, like CMVU, like A3, like EMVA that collect data in their regions, but not on a global scale. So therefore, robotics, we have these data, and it's a good indication how the worldwide automation market has been developing over the years. So therefore, I'll start with robotics. I'll then come to the VDMA market survey machine vision and share some figures with you, turnover development over the years, and customer markets and industries. And I'll close with an outlook. Okay, robotics sales worldwide. Your guess, how many robots were sold in the last year? A million? Not yet. So annual installations of industrial robots worldwide was around about 500,000 units for the third consecutive year. It's the second highest installation in history. So it's the second highest number of robots sold worldwide. If you look at the new robots, almost 1 million, we are working towards it. So it's 541,000 units installed. That was -2% in comparison with the previous year. However, if you look at the annual growth rate of the last 5 years, annual growth rate was 5%. If you look at the robot stock, so that's the number of robots that work in factories worldwide, what would be your guess? Your guess then? $4.3 million units work in factories worldwide, according to the robot manufacturers. So the annual growth rate was above 12%, around 12% in the last 5 years. That's quite impressive. How does it look like? Annual installations, we just saw 540,000 robots were sold in 2023. Second highest number ever recorded. We all know that. What is interesting here is the development over the years. Yeah. So if you compare 2013 with 2023, it's an impressive development. Yeah. So we can say that automation worldwide, if we take robotics as a key component, so automation, we call it the global race. So therefore my talk, the global race of automation. Worldwide, more than 4 billion industrial robots operating around the world. Also very impressive development. And as we can see, it's going to be like exponential. Yeah. So the race has just started, so to speak. Looking at the most important regions where the robots are installed, around 99% of annual installations are in the three main regions: Europe, 19%, Americas 12%, and, not surprisingly, Asia, 72%. Yeah. So if you look at the development, it's quite impressive because the share in 2019, the share was 66% for Asia. So Asia is growing tremendously. Looking at the most important countries where robots are installed, would you have guessed that every second robot is installed in China? Yeah? Good. Natalie, you're going to win a piece of chocolate. I'll bring it by tomorrow. So the 5 most important markets are China, Japan, United States, Korea, Germany. Looking at the countries that are in blue, what is quite impressive is the development of India over the last years. So India, like 10 years ago, was on the same level as China. China grew tremendously. However, looking at the growth rate, 59%. I mean, the number is relatively low, just 8,400 robots installed in India, but still, it's a tremendous development. And what is interesting, I don't have the slide with me, I'm sorry, but if you look at the number of robots that are installed by 10,000 employees, you would see that, for example, India, Mexico, Turkey, Thailand, and even in China, there's a lot of development possible within the next years. Questions so far? No? So I'll go on. As I said, yeah, we covered robotics as a very important component that measures how automation level is developing. Let's move to machine vision. VDMA conducts a market survey every year. We collect figures. Every month, we collect figures from the members. And every 3 months, we look into the future and say, how is it developing? So what I'm going to share with you is turnover development over the years, some customer markets and important industries. Okay, let's start. According to the latest VDMA annual market survey, that was about 2023, the German machine vision industry slowed down, -7%. And the forecast I just published this morning is not so positive. Yeah. What happened here is, let us look into the longer term perspective. So if you compare if you look how the development was, I mean, 2020, you are all aware of it. It was COVID. Yeah. So sales went down. However, not as dramatic as in other industries. I mean, if we compared with the other mechanical engineering industries, they say, what? You only declined by -4 in 2020? Oh, lucky you. What happened in 2021? A strong recovery. 2022? 2023. Have you heard about the electronic components shortage? What happened? Customer ordered as much as possible, and now the stock is full. And no more machine vision cameras, for example, could be sold not as much as we wish for. Good. However, as I said, look at the long-term perspective. So here we have the figures for Germany, the growth figures, and for Europe, according to our market survey. What a development. So if you look at 2013 to 2023, turnover has doubled. It's really a success story. And I strongly believe, together with members, the success story will continue. You see it here at the Vision Show, so high interest in machine vision. And I'll come to the reasons for it later in the outlook. I promised an overview of important markets. So we, as VDMA, we ask how is the European machine vision industry developing? And what are your most important customer regions and customer industries? So if you see here, other Europe, Germany, the share of business that is conducted within Europe of the European machine vision industry is 64% of sales. So 2/3 of the turnover is created within Europe. And Asia, 21%, Americas, 14% of the turnover. So Asia, Americas, so that is what is exported to Asia, to America. So if you look at the European machine vision, not industry, but the European machine vision market, the demand in Europe fell by 3% in 2023. So the bad figures, -7, was driven by by the export sales. So companies that rely on exporting to foreign countries had more problems than those who only catered to the European market. So sales demand for European machine vision dropped by 21% in Asia and 18% in North America in 2023. If you look at other statistics, so for example, I know CMVU statistics, how the Chinese market has been developing, they said 2023 we only grew by 10%. What a success from our point of view. However, for CMVU, it's just. So what I want to say is that other countries, other regions, they also had problems. Yeah. They also had not as high demand as in the previous years. Looking at the customer industries. So this is for components and machine vision systems. Which industries use machine vision? So what you can see here is 67% of turnover was created within the manufacturing industry. So the manufacturing industry is the largest customer industry segment for machine vision. Market share around 67%. So what industries are these? Automotive, of course, food and beverage, metal industry. Looking at the non-manufacturing fields, turnover was 33%, and turnover, for example, of machine vision systems grew by 5% in 2023. So what does this mean? The fields beyond the factories, the demand for machine vision solutions, for machine vision components is growing, and the share is growing. So if we compare this figure with like 10 years ago, you see in 2012, for example, the sales of the non-manufacturing industries were roughly about 24%. So machine vision is conquering new application areas, and this is ongoing. So here you can see customer industries. It's shared for components and for machine vision systems. So who are the most important customer industries? So of course it's electrical, electronics, semiconductors, food processing, automotive. So that's for vision components. For systems, so for solutions, it's food processing, automotive, and non-manufacturing customer industry, intelligent traffic systems. It's already on place number 3 for systems. So what you see here is that the machine vision industry has a very broad customer base. So therefore, we came through a crisis like COVID or a crisis like 2000. The machine vision industry came through it relatively smooth because you do not, the machine vision industry does not rely only on one customer industry, but on a very broad field. Good. So, questions so far? How many robots were installed? 500,000, that's good. Okay. So outlook, let us come to the outlook. So machine vision is a key technology. The global automation race, as we call it, has just started and will go on. So what we see is labor scarcity in many so-called developed economies. We also see reconsideration of supply chain. So, yeah, the shortage, semiconductor shortage, you were aware you need to produce and get closer to your customers, to your end customers. So therefore, supply chains are going to be reconsidered, and yeah, that all means more demand for machine vision as key technology. So we saw already many industries rely on machine vision. And they will continue to invest. Many new applications in and beyond the factory environment, they built up on machine vision. And why is that? Because manufacturing in the future, we are all aware of it, is data-driven. And who delivers the data? Who enables machines to see, to understand, to learn? It's machine vision. So new applications in and beyond factories will come. We will see more and more. What we see already is AI technology is an important sales driver. So you are all aware of it. If you look around, a lot of AI. Also at the TKH booth, of course, embedded vision, hyperspectral imaging, 3D vision. These are trends that you all see, that you are all aware of it. And they will all continue to open up new application fields. So therefore, welcome for working for the machine vision industry. Welcome to the Vision, leading trade show for machine vision technology, and enjoy your time here. Thank you. Oh, and what I wanted to say is that what is very nice here at the TKH Vision booth is that you can see many of these technological trends you can see here. So you can really get a good impression what is on the market, what are the hot topics. So please make the best of your time at the Vision and at the TKH Vision booth and talk to the experts. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much and enjoy your day.